Alex,
Yes.
are we not men?
Or are we gods?
No, we are GuESPers!
The comedy podcast where Alex
And Mason.
try to strengthen our relationship by learning to read our consecutive minds
Whoa,
in this mind-boggling experience.
We have more than one mind? Because they're consecutive, so it makes it sound like there's like a bunch of minds.
Yeah, it's like when you put two mirrors to face each other, and the mirrors make mirrors and mirrors and mirrors. That's us, but with all of our different minds.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's me, the mind field. Ha-ha! And that's just one of the puns you'll get in this podcast.
Puncast.
No, that's wordplay. We've had this discussion before. Puns are different than wordplay. If you just stick a stupid word in and it's not a thing, then it's not a pun! I hate shit like that. It makes me so mad. Alright, forgot what we were doing. Podcast. Alright, so that's why Mason had to start. I'm very tired. We meld minds. We meld minds so that hopefully it means it will be easier to read each other's minds. We do a 3, 2, 1, and we shout what's on our minds, and hopefully one of us stands their ground and fucking helps combine. Alright, you ready to combine minds?
Yeah.
Alright. 1,
2, 3, rubber!
Hot dogs! I'm trying to capture lightning in a bottle again. I don't know why I even bothered. Alright. Wait, I want to reverse it now. I don't care. 3,
2, 1, car!
This waveform's gonna be so fucked up. Alright, 1,
2, 3,
race
seatbelt!
car! Oh.
You added a word onto the last word you said.
I don't have enough capability to do more than that right now.
Hey, we got really close.
I genuinely forgot seatbelts existed. My first one was hot dog. Every week you stand your ground, and every week I try to do whatever you're doing. So to me, that's not mind melding.
Okay, well then maybe next week I'll mix it up.
I don't like your theory about one person has to stand their ground.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good way to read someone's mind, because you've already got a hint, you know what I mean? We should be like, say a random word, go.
Surfboard.
Pickles. And so now we have two objects, right? Surfboard and pickles. And we need to converge together to a unifying unit. I don't think someone should... you're like, okay, what's between a pickle and a surfboard? What gets me from pickle to surfboard, or from surfboard to pickle, right? And so, like, let's do 3, 2, 1, boardwalk. Oh. Okay, a sandwich. I'm not really sure how that has to do with the surfboard part. I was like, you're on the beach, you have a pickle. Where would you have purchased a pickle? Probably from a store on the boardwalk. What's the reasoning behind the bread?
I don't know. I was just trying to get... I couldn't think.
You're trying to bridge the gap.
Yeah, I know. I was like, well, at first, you're not just gonna eat a pickle. You're gonna put that pickle on a sandwich.
Let it come to you. So, like, what I did was I was like, there's a white room. There's a pickle here. And there's a surfboard here. I just gestured maybe about a foot between the two objects. And then just let your mind fill in the picture that would theoretically surround the surfboard and the pickle. I don't know. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the podcast. Now it's time for everybody's favorite part of the podcast, where I mess up the words when I say that with arbitrary question to decide who goes first. And that's the staring contest! First person to blink goes last! This is just so riveting for audio listeners to our audio podcast. My eyes are burning. I blinked.
I win!
Shit. Your glasses give you an advantage.
How?
I don't know. A dust shield. Oh god, it burns so good.
It burns so good?
Bad.
Oh, okay.
You
That's
go
what I feel
first.
when I put lotion on the back of my hands.
Mister, my hands are dry. Blah. The virus makes me wash my hands too much. I'm hygienic. You look like you're dabbing. Mason's holding one hand in the air for some reason, and one hand's curled behind his head. Stop dabbing. Stop.
No, I'm doing Boogie Wonderland.
Boogie Wonderland!
Just Dance 3.
Hands, dab. Can you imagine if disco had dabbing?
Whoa.
You had to think about it really hard, huh?
I was thinking, so we were playing Just Dance 3 earlier, and I was thinking the Daft Punk one, which one is that? Da Funk?
Da Funk by Daft Punk.
They dab in that? They're like doing this thing?
They are dabbing, yeah.
But that was like pre-dab.
We'll call it a dib-a-dab on it. I mean, who's to say?
There's a proto-dab.
Dab is a dance that was culturally appropriated by white people who just wanted to look cool and be what they perceived as cool, which is stealing everything from black people. So, like...
Truth.
I don't know. So, like, who the fuck knows when dabbing was invented? Is there a single solitary person who invented dab, or is it just something that fucking, like, I assume it's one of those things where, like, the official one is, like, this music video, but, like, people probably fucking dabbing before that? Who knows? Who knows the origin of the dab? I will, because I'll be Googling
I was waiting for my chance to say you beat me to it.
Thing, which is, I have to hit the episode corrections up if you want to find out the origin of dabbing. I'll figure it out.
Oh man, if you want a riveting paragraph about the nature of melting cheese, look up the episode corrections for last week's episode, because boy howdy, there's a lot of cheese melting information.
You think, hey Alex, were you bored reading all that shit about cheese? No!
It's fucking awesome.
I am a biology major, and I love stupid shit like that. Fucking casein protein breakdown, this shit was so cool. Remember when I did astronomy like 4 weeks ago? That was cool.
Yeah, the fucking what billiard balls are made out of.
Oh my god,
so dope.
If you had told me that googling what billiard balls were made of would have led me to the scientific process, which is way more convoluted than I think it should be, but I kind of get it because you have to hit a ball really hard with like a stick. It's like, you know what billiards is? It's two-dimensional piñatas. They're two-dimensional because they're trapped on a one-dimensional plane. The balls can only go around. You get disqualified if your ball flies off the plane. You know what I mean?
That's true.
So
why is it piñatas?
Because
Nothing's
you're just
breaking.
hitting balls with sticks. What is a piñata but a ball to be hit with a stick? Stop touching your eye. What are you doing?
My eye itches.
You're not itching it though. Mason just like will touch near his tear duct gland and then wipe real hard across the whole eyeball.
Like,
what are you doing?
It's like so I get like my eyelashes and then I like rub and like the hair kind of like scritches my skin for me, so I don't have to actually like put nail around my eyeball.
That's what? Oh wow. So anyway, I'm sure you're riveted and still here listening to the podcast. So Mason, open your...
It's my turn.
Open up the aquifer. Let's get some of those juicy mind juices.
Aquafina.
No, I don't want to drink. Can I have some Dasani? Do you have Dasani?
We only have Deja Blue.
I'll drink it. That's fine. Deja Blue's fine. Just as long as it's not Nestle. Just get that shit out of here.
Get that good life shit out of here.
It's the apocalypse. Would you like some water? Yeah, I haven't water in 2 days. I'll definitely die tomorrow. And then they're like, here, Nestle. And I just like smack that shit straight onto the pavement. And they're like, oh, but the apocalypse. And I'm like, yeah, probably tainted water because it's just fucking tap water. Get that shit out of my life. And then I leave and die in a bog. And become a bog body.
Bog body!
Bog body.
Alright.
Okay, I'll stop. I'm listening.
We're going, we're thinking, we're combobulating an image, and go.
Hummingbird lizard.
That's it?
It's a lizard, but he has hummingbird wings and a hummingbird beak, and
That's
he's just
terrifying.
buzzing around going like, and it's like a lizard, so it's like, and you know lizards already go like 1,000 miles per hour because you like see a lizard like look a lizard, and the lizard like goes like, and it's like 18 feet up the wall at that point, like Imagine that, but it can fly. So it stays like real still for a long time, and then it just goes like, and it just like flies 80 feet. Like a dragonfly. I just described a dragonfly, I realize.
Only it's a lizard.
It's
terrifying.
a lizard and a bird. You forgot the bird part.
Yeah, and the bird. Do you remember that video you showed me of the humming?
Yep.
I think it was a hummingbird that thought that the little holes in baseball cap in the dude's baseball cap
were
were
the little flower tubes or the little feeding tubes
where they
for
feed to get the
hummingbirds.
nectar,
I
and
did
so
show
he
you
like
that.
kept like poking his beak in there trying to get some nectar.
And then finally he just sits on the brim of the hat and is just like, well, darn it.
No,
this
what
isn't
is
real.
this?
What's going on? Yeah, that's good. Did you... No, that's butterflies. Never mind. I'm a fool. I was gonna say, did you know that they can drink blood to sustain themselves? But that's butterflies and not hummingbirds.
That's so scary.
The butterfly things?
Yeah,
that
the
they
butterfly
can drink
thing.
blood?
Yep.
I mean, hey, when you got a fresh kill.
Don't butterflies have like proboscis that like
It's not a
extends
nose.
out of their like
A proboscis is just the Latin word for nose.
or whatever, like a tendril that like unfurls
Yeah,
from
I
their
think they call it like a long tongue.
tongue.
Like the slang word. I'm sure there's an official scientific term that you could check in the episode corrections. Because I'll definitely... Oh, man. Hummingbird lizard. Nailed it. By the way, fuck you. Because you were like, is that it? How dare you? I'm trying to read
like,
your mind.
There's sometimes you have these like elaborate like paintings where there's just like so much going on, and to hear you just be like hummingbird lizard followed by 5 seconds of silence.
I closed my eyes and it flew by. What? Shut up. Go. My first guess last week was like a peacock hat, or no, a peacock side table like lamp.
I can guarantee you that there was more.
No, that was it. It was just a peacock.
I remember typing
lamp.
out the guess.
Yeah,
and
I think you're adding a lot of embellishments that I don't think need to be added.
I think that I am verbatim typing down your guess.
Is this? And then you asked me like a weird fucking question like, is the side table in a room? Like, if I say anything after that, that's not my guess though. That's just elaboration.
That never happens. You're always elaborating on your own stuff.
I don't know. I don't read what you write. I literally just copy and paste it. I hope there's no errors. You know, you gotta fucking figure your shit out with Cliffside, Mason. Just, hey, let me just air all my dirty laundry right here on the podcast. I don't give a shit. Mason, sometimes you put Cliffside as one word, and sometimes you hyphenate Cliffside, and I just need some Cliffside consistency.
I hyphenate Cliffside?
Sometimes.
Oh, man, that's wrong. I don't like that.
Cliffside is not a word.
Just Cliffside is one word?
It's not a word.
Oh,
it
man.
pops up with the red squiggles.
I love typing Cliffside as one word.
I don't know. It's not a word, I guess.
Oh.
I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a word too.
I'm just gonna leave it as a word. Microsoft Word can go fuck itself.
That's on the Tumblr post and also sometimes on the YouTube posts. Back when we did that, we used to put them in the YouTube. Why are you looking at me like that?
No, I'm not looking at you anyway. You want to know my guess?
Looking at me? What? Yeah, sure, I guess.
My
Pun number 2.
good.
Pun getter.
My guess, my image was it was a cyborg man who has retired from cyborg life and is living on a farm, and my image was him milking a cow.
Is that, what's his name, Victor Stone in the future? Is that
Cyborg?
Yeah,
like from DC Comics?
From DC Comics. How he retires to a farm where he milks a cow. Is that what he said? Is that what you said, milk cow?
Yeah, he was milking a cow.
Milk a cow. Is it a cybernetic cow? Is it the bat cow?
No,
Same universe.
it's a regular cow.
Same universe.
I mean, I guess it could be the bat cow. I kind of like the idea that it's the bat cow.
I kind of like the idea that Bat Cow and Victor's... Is this Victor, right?
I think it's Victor, yeah.
Victor Stone retired together.
Oh, man, is Victor his dad or is Victor him? I think it's him. I think Victor's him.
His last name's definitely Stone.
Yes.
Yeah, I got that part.
But I wasn't really picturing Cyborg. I was picturing...
Oh, what if he has has a farm full of all kinds of paraplegic animals that he has created cybernetic limbs for.
Oh, that's really cute.
It's a retirement farm for disabled
It's like a rescue.
farm animal. Oh, it's a rescue!
It's like a farm animal rescue.
Ah! I'm living over here. So good. This needs to be a DC comic. I read it one shot.
I was actually picturing. I wasn't really picturing Cyborg. The kind of image I was picturing, there was this Cyborg from this old PC game that my grandpa had that I used to play all the time. I think it was called like Dr. Brain.
What?
And something.
Dr. Brain and the Magnificent Machine.
And it was like a. I don't want to say it was a puzzle game. I can't remember. I just remember I never got past the first level because I did not understand how to play it.
It's always a good sign.
But I did enjoy it, and it was. I'm pretty sure it was Dr. Brain, and then there was like more to this, like Dr. Brain and the blank.
And the Fantabulous Footman. Hotman. What are you talking about? Cyborg in a super cool farm.
Yeah, in his farm animal rescue.
Yeah, and then the one shot is like a villain is driving in the middle of nowhere, and they're like, "Oh, farm, great! I can store my shit in the empty barn." And they go into the barn, and then a bunch of like targeted chicken laser beams like land on him, and he's like, "Ah, shit! The cops! I've been caught!" And then fucking like a cybernetic goat like headbutts him. Stuff like
Why
that.
would he give the goat a cybernetic eye capable of laser targeting?
No, the chickens have laser targeting. The goat just has cybernetic horns. Maybe they broke off in an accident.
God.
A goat accident. A goat-related accident.
And goat's horns don't grow back, right?
I genuinely don't know.
You have to look that up.
Yay, goat horns.
It's not what I was originally going to say. Doesn't really apply now that you've brought in like cybernetic laser targeting chickens.
No, I get you. He's the cyborg from Dr. Madman and his wacky wonder wheel, but like, and he's milking a cow. That's your guess. I'm now just writing a DC one-shot comic that has nothing to do with that.
I was gonna say the cyborg thing. It reminds me a lot of Sherlock Holmes and his bees.
Yeah, I guess,
when he's like an old man.
He's Ian McKellen. That makes sense.
Oh, it was such a good movie. Very underrated movie.
What's that movie called?
It's called like
Holmes?
Mr. Holmes.
Mr. Holmes?
Yeah.
Mr. Holmes, are you home? Pun number 3. Dr. Brain and the Troublemaking Trademarks.
Dr. Brain and the Troublemaking Trade... Well, that's a game that we have to make now. We have to revive the Dr. Brain franchise.
It's like a School of Rock kind of game, but it's so School of Rock. That's what it's called, right? I'm just a bill up on Capitol
Schoolhouse Rock.
Schoolhouse. What is that?
School of Rock is a comedy film starring Jack Black and Sarah Silverman.
Say it again.
What?
The correct thing. Say it again.
Dr. Brain?
No!
Schoolhouse Rock.
I'm gonna lose it. Come on.
Schoolhouse Rock.
Okay, so Dr. Brain and the Troubling Trademarks is like a Schoolhouse Rock point-and-click game that teaches kids how patenting works.
Oh, it could be one of those like Humongous Entertainment kids games like Putt Putt or Pajama Sam.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know either of those games.
You don't know Putt Putt? Putt Putt travels through time? He's a little car.
I mean, I think we've talked about it on the podcast.
Pajama Sam, you are what you eat, from your head to your feet.
Now you're going way too fast.
What about Spy Fox?
Stop it. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, we definitely talked about the stupid car before, so I am not insulting Putt Putt. He's great. I meant stupid as in like we've already talked about the car.
Yeah.
I don't think we're talking about Pajama Sam. I definitely don't think we're talking about Sly Fox or whatever you just said. Spy Fox.
He was like a James Bond ripoff. He was like a super spy.
You know what? I'm going to talk about this. I've tried to find it. So, episode corrections. I'm so sorry. This isn't going to be on there. I played this game back when I was in California. It was like a point-and-clicks brain game for kids, right? And it was like little elves like helping Santa, and then like there was like ice blocks, and you like walked around the tundra, and you like clicked, and they did multiplication, and like I want to find the name of that game so bad. I played it for so long, and I've tried looking it up. I can't figure it out.
I remember almost an identical experience where it was like a computer game meant to like educate you, but mine was it had like a astronaut and like an alien. I think it was like a space one.
Ah, man, I don't think I'll be able to find that
Yeah,
either.
no,
but...
I don't. I would say don't even bother with it. But like, if anybody ever listens to this in like 50 years and like knows what I'm talking about,
Oh my
please.
God! If we get farther away, I think there's less chance that anybody's gonna know what we're talking about.
Oh.
You'll definitely not find those point-and-click games. Flash got retired last year or something. This year or something like that. Flash just went out of business, so they don't even use it anymore. It's not supported.
They got bought. It's like called something else now. I can't remember.
But Flash Player isn't supported. There was like a huge movement to preserve all the Flash games and Flash video animation because it won't work anymore. Just doesn't work.
That sucks. There's so many. That's so much of the early internet ran off.
Well, that's
of that.
what I'm saying. Somebody, I can't remember who, but there was someone who was archiving everything.
Yeah, there's like whole websites fucking did.
I mean, half of Newgrounds is broken now.
Yeah, Newgrounds, fucking remember addictinggames.com or whatever.
Oh yeah, there were a bunch of those like unboring games. They basically just kept renaming themselves because the schools would be like, "Oh, I figured it out," and block it, and then they'd just be like, "Cool, new name."
How am I supposed to play the impossible quiz now?
I hate that fucking quiz. I didn't find out about it till I was in like 12th grade, and when I did, I was like, oh, "This is so fucking stupid. Why do people do this? This is awful. I hate this."
This is great. I love the one where it's like you go and click on the button and the whole screen turns blue and it's like, how are you gonna get to the other side? And the whole thing is you have to like move your cursor out of the flash box and just move it around to the other.
I was just
gonna
say
side.
That's the one I hate the most.
I love
and
that.
And it says like, "Don't touch the blah blah blah."
Yeah, don't touch the blue.
Yeah, that fucking sucks. I hate that.
But it was so clever.
I guess I don't like it. Anyway, I'm gonna take my turn. But I really was gonna say that was my least favorite level. Like genuinely, I hated that one. The one with the hippopotamus? Man, fuck that one.
Well, the one with the duck.
Fuck that one. Fuck that game.
The same one as the blue, but it was the pink, and you had to like right click and use the right click menu to like bridge yourself over.
I definitely did not get that far in the game. I can tell you that right now.
I've beaten the impossible quiz like 3 times.
You're so good at impossibilities. I'm sorry. I'm dumb.
Gotta spell Chihuahua on a keyboard in like 5 seconds.
Man, I can't spell Chihuahua normally. I don't know where those U's and A's go.
Chihuahua.
That's Chi Hula Hula. I don't know.
Yeah, Chihuahua. That's basically it. Yeah.
I still can't spell it. I bet you. Sometimes I still can't spell banana.
We've only
Even
done.
though Gwen Stefani taught me how. I don't remember.
It's your turn. YOURTURN.
Wow, that was amazing. You wanna hear mine? I can do it real fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
RECYLEC recycle, CONSERV conserve, WPOLUT, the sidewalks represent the streets. You're gonna get what you deserve. Thanks, Rocco's Modern Life. That's the only thing I remember. Anyway.
And then I just bust into that Animaniac song about the countries. I can't.
I was gonna say, can you?
No.
I mean, a lot of
I
people
always
can.
wanted to.
Argentina. Okay, I'm gonna do it. Go.
Oh shit! You already got it.
Yeah. I did.
Okay, so I'm imagining there is a cloud.
A cloud.
And he's drunk.
Drunk cloud.
And he floats over to the nearest metropolitan area.
Mm-hmm.
And he relieves himself on it, and that's the rain. It's a drunk cloud.
Is it alcohol
urinating.
or is it water?
It's
or
acid
is
rain.
it pee? That's acid? Is that what makes acid rain? Because the books told me about pollution and stuff, but like I'll believe you if you.
That's what's making him drunk.
Right now, tell me if that's a fact. I will accept that into the lexicon. That's wordplay, not a pun. And I will make that my new knowledge. I'll throw away the old knowledge. Tell me, is that a true fact?
Yeah, the pollution makes the cloud drunk, and then the cloud pees on the
What's he
city.
drunk on? Just sewage?
Pollution.
Like, what? That doesn't...
Greenhouse gases.
I don't know about this, but it's in the lexicon.
Jet fuel. A jet passed through them.
Hey, jet fuel doesn't burn steel beams or something
But
like
it does
that.
make clouds drunk.
But, I mean, yeah, if you drank pure gasoline, I'm sure you would get drunk and die, probably.
Not the cloud. He just gets drunk. And pees on cities.
When you say it like that, the cloud, I'm thinking of the intangible bullshit where you throw photos up into it and shit like that.
You throw photo like into the cloud?
You know, the cloud, the digital cloud. I like how not until Mason pointed up and said, "You mean like the..." Right at that moment, there was a shift in his eyes when he realized what I was talking about. Until that moment, Mason didn't realize I was talking about that digital cloud.
Well, no, when I went like, oh, you mean like, that's when I got it.
Well, I feel like you went, oh, you mean like, and then when you pointed at the sky, that appeared. There was a twinkle in your eye, and you realized that time it was the cloud. I
like this narrative you're weaving, but no, it was at the beginning of that sentence.
Oh man, you're such a bummer.
You're a bummer.
What? Why?
What were you saying about the cloud?
What cloud?
The digital cloud.
I don't know anymore.
Oh, okay.
You put pictures of Jameson up there and then it rains. I don't know. Is that how weather machines work? Probably.
I thought you were going to say mother machines.
What's a mother machine?
I don't know. Ask Cyborg's Farm Animal Rescue.
That's... Machinist?
Machinist?
Also, are you insinuating that Victor's dad copulated with a machine?
No, I'm saying that
create
Victor's
him?
copulated with a machine.
What? You said
have
it was
a
his
son.
mom! You said it was his mom!
No, he calls it the mother machine because it births his son.
Wait. Slow down, the buckaroo. Victor's dad or Victor? Because I'm pretty sure you said Victor. So Victor retired, made a mother robot that he fucked and produced a child.
He didn't have to fuck it. It's a mother machine.
So, well, he had to put his DNA in it.
Well, yeah, that doesn't mean
Isn't
he
that
fucked
just a
it.
cloning machine? I mean, she doesn't have.
Yeah, it's
DNA.
true. I don't know how she would how she would contribute anything to that situation.
I don't understand.
Yep, he's got a little Victor clone that he calls Vicky J.
What's this narrative? I'm scared.
You don't like your one shot anymore? You don't like
Mine. I would say that this is the sequel one shot written by a Mason.
You don't like Vicky J?
What?
Vicky J.
Because he's Vic Jr. I
Yeah.
get it.
Thank you.
Vic Jr.
Yeah, Vicky J.
Vic Jr.
Little Vicky J.
The popular children's kids network.
Nick Jr.
No,
Vic Jr. It's the off-brand. Vic Jr.
Instead of face, it's like foot. Remember Face from Nick?
Oh, Face!
It took a while.
Oh man, Face was so cool.
But it's foot for Vicky.
Face
Jr.
wasn't. Oh, I guess that would have been Nick Jr. What was I thinking of?
I don't know.
I was thinking of Noggin.
You even said Nick Jr. You definitely said Nick Jr. a little bit ago. What's Noggin?
You don't remember Noggin? That was a
sounds
Nickelodeon
familiar.
offshoot channel.
What, it just smart people stuff?
I think Noggin was a preschool channel.
For learning?
Yeah.
Well, Nick Jr. wasn't a channel, right? Well, for a long time it was just a segment in the middle of the day.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
"Where's
okay,
Nick
then yeah, that
Jr.
is what it was.
time?"
Noggin was like basically the Nick Jr. channel.
I think they made a channel when Nickelodeon expanded and got like 10 channels.
They did,
and one
like,
of them was
Nicktoons
Noggin, and it
and-
was 24 hours of preschool kids.
I don't know why.
Oh no, just the kids. Their shows, preschool kids shows.
It's just a picture of like little Davy sitting on a chair for an hour.
No, little Davy, and that's called the timeout show. They just fucking just stare at kids who are in timeout.
You remember the children's books? Who was it? David?
Darn it, David.
Yeah.
Was he a
And
cousin to Junie B. Jones?
I don't know, but he like knocked stuff over, so like he like caused havoc, and
What
everybody's
are
like,
you
"No,
talking
David."
about? No, David.
You don't remember No David?
No, I don't remember No David. What is No David?
He was this little piece of shit boy who like wreaked havoc.
I like Judy B. Jones.
I like Judy B. Jones.
She was the exact same thing, but in baby light novel form.
No, but Judy B. Jones actually had stories. David would be like, they'd be like, "Don't knock the fishbowl over, David," and then David would totally knock the fucking fishbowl over.
Did
And then
the fish?
no, I think the fish was fine. I don't really remember. You remember Frog and Toad?
Maybe, yeah, it's by the same lady who did those other things. I'm too tired to remember. The Little Miss Hedgehog. Isn't that the same person who did Frog and
I don't know.
Toad?
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
I would definitely have. Whatever. The daughter of the author of Frog and Toad confirmed that they were gay.
Frog and Toad
That
were
was
hella
like
gay.
news, like not that long ago.
Oh yeah, Frog and Toad were hella gay.
But I'm saying she confirmed it, so it's for reals. Do you wanna know what was your guess?
My guess was the drunk cloud.
Cool. No.
Yeah, I figured.
I think we got off track when I said pollution. Like, I just want him to chug a bottle of Jack Daniels and just go and shit on the lions in front of the library. Did you see that picture when you were in like high school biology when they were teaching about acid rain? They would always show the like, I think it was the New York library that has the stone lions out front and what they look like in like 92 and then what they look like then, which was like all fucked up because the acid rain had been eating away. That's the photo they always show.
Haven't they touched up those lions or like redone them?
I'm sure they have, but like that was what are we talking about?
You were gonna say your guess.
And it's just like one cloud and it looks like the fucking cloud from the Troll movies, so he has like legs and socks. You remember the cloud from the Trolls movie?
Yes, I remember the cloud from the Troll movie.
It was a springboard, like to go into a pool, but someone has hung a flag off of it, and the flag is two forks that are crossed to make an X. It's for a dinner plate adventure.
The flag is for dinner plate adventure?
Yeah, this is like, come here for dinner plate adventure, but it's like a springboard. I don't really know what that part has to do with the dinner plate adventure.
What's a dinner plate adventure?
I think it's like a mystery train theater, but like while you're eating, you gotta find the dinner. So like, you get
so you don't eat. You're not eating because you have to find the dinner or you can't eat.
So like you get a clue and it's like, I'm where you typically store your dishes too. It didn't rhyme. I'm sorry. And so you you store your dishes in a dishwasher, you fucking animal.
Okay,
you
cabinet.
You go into the kitchen and you're like, I can smell the food, but you're like, wait, and then you open a cabinet and there's like mashed potatoes in there, and you're like, score. And so you pull them bad puppies out, and wrapped around the serving fork is another clue, and the clue is just like, when you need to pee, go here 3. And so you go to the bathroom and there's like a gravy boat and another note, and I'm not gonna fucking make up another rhyme, but they're like, you get the gist. Dinner theater.
It's like the world's shittiest escape room. Like if you don't solve the puzzle, you just don't get dinner that
night.
And
the longer, instead of having like a race score to be like, who's the fastest person that completed the time, it's more like, can you finish it before your food leaves food safety temperatures?
Yeah, can you finish it before your food just goes bad?
Or gets cold. Can you imagine, like, so, like, I assume the, like, centerpiece is, like, a fucking fried turkey or some shit. And, like, you take 40 minutes to find the turkey's gonna be cold.
Yep.
Like, you're rewarded with the cold turkey.
Yeah,
it's
you
like,
don't get a fucking
it.
microwave. You don't get to heat it back up.
Certificate?
Nope, you get cold turkey.
Thanks for coming to Dinner Plate Theater. Please exit via the springboard. You just hear people like, boing,
boing, boing, boing.
You want lightning do a couple more?
Yeah, we could do another like round.
Go!
Okay.
Paratroopers.
Go.
It's a bed, but it's made, the bed frame is a mechanical spider. So, like, if you're ever, like, in the bedroom, you're like, I'm too lazy to go to bed. And the spider bed just goes like, and it walks over to you, and you can just, like, get in it, and then it'll walk back to the bedroom.
No, thank you.
Well, it doesn't look like a spider. It just has the big mechanical legs that come out of it.
Okay, I guess that's fine.
Yeah, okay. It's your realistic mechanical spider bed. It's 8 feet long. Like,
what's the weight limit?
I mean, it's got like 8 legs like a spider, right? So I'm sure you could put a lot of weight on those puppies.
Cool. Does it come in different sizes? Like, could you get like a king size?
You can get a kid's one. It's horrifying. It's about 4 feet long, and then you can get a California king.
California king.
That one's not gonna really be able to come and get you. It's more of a stationary model, but you could like be like, you ever turn over to your like nightstand and your phone's like a little too far, and you're like, oh, I have to reach, and it would like scoot over and get it for you.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, probably. I don't know the logistics of spider beds, but
no, I was thinking
it was a spider bed.
No, it wasn't a spider bed.
What do you mean?
I was thinking of in PE in elementary school. I don't know. You went to a pretty poor elementary school.
Pretty poor is a pretty much an understatement.
But you know those like little like scooters, you like sit on them and like you scoot.
No, couldn't afford them, but I know what you're talking about. I think you crush your fingers is what everybody always jokes about.
Yes, that's where I was going with it. It's a bunch of kids in PE scooting their little boot scoots across the scooters. And there's a little kid with the lollipop. And it's one of those comically
lollipop. So this is like is this part of the gymnasium?
Yeah, it's just a kid. He's sitting in the gym.
No, this is a real life question. Is the lollipop an object in which kids do gymnastics with?
No.
Okay, good. I was like, like parachute? Okay, scooting boards, whatever. But I draw the line at giant confectioneries.
Yeah, I know. It's one of those comically large, big old round lollipops.
He has a big
and he's
lollipop.
Sitting there and he's like, he's in that position where you're like sitting, but you kind of like have a hand and you're like supporting yourself with behind you. And he's in the other hand to like lick the lollipop. Well, that hand that's on the ground, it gets crushed. And then the kid's like, and then just whacks the kid who's crushed his fingers across the face with his big lollipop.
Oh man, he's been licking it. It's probably sticky.
Yeah, good.
I bet it ripped his hair out.
I mean, that kid should have watched where he was going.
I mean, he probably broke the other kid's fingers, so I mean, what can you do? But that kid's now bald, so catch-22, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if that's exactly how a catch-22 works, but I like where your head's at.
And you tell me there's not Catcher in the Rye? Come on. Catcher in the Rye.
That's a different book.
A kid who scooted around and crushed another kid and got hit with a lollipop. Lollipop Guild.
And he doesn't like phonies or something. I don't know. I've never read Catcher in the Rye.
Oh, yes. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? Just think about a carousel. That's pretty much all you need to know.
A carousel?
Yeah, it's on the cover of the book. You never looked at Catcher in the Rye?
I remember the horse.
It's got a carousel horse. He's like obsessed with it or something.
Yeah.
I read it. I liked it, so.
I don't remember. I've never read it.
Well, I mean, when I say I liked it, it was okay. It was better than On the Road.
It was better than The Grapes of Wrath, which is Alex's least favorite book.
Fucking sucks. I hate that fucking book. Yeah, so like if you're like, read Catcher in the Rye or read On the Road, fuck Jack Kerouac. That bitch.
Jack Kerouac can suck a dick.
Just suck a dick. Read at least. I mean, J.D. Salinger's so up his own butt. I think he's created an Ouroboros. But like, I mean, if you're gonna read one, at least read J.D. Salinger.
Catcher in the Rye, yeah. I know this is not related to either of those people, but if we're talking classic literature, read Jack London's To Build a Fire. That's a fucking great story.
Didn't you already read it? For just school? That's where I read it. It's fucking... No, wait, that's The Hatchet. I'm getting confused.
Jack London didn't write The Hatchet.
We've had this conversation before, for sure. Who wrote The Hatchet, though?
I don't know what his name is.
I'm talking about that. I have read Call of the Wild. Yeah, this book's good, too, sure.
That's not what I said. I mean, sure, yeah, Call of the Wild's fine.
Wait, what'd you say?
I said To Build a Fire.
Oh,
it's like a short story.
Is it
really good?
Better than The Hatchet?
Well, the hatchet's an all-time
He
kids
bangs
classic.
the wall, and the wall's made of flint. So cool with the sparks.
Yeah, that's like an all-time. That's like every kid's first introduction to like what like chapter books are.
Is it a kid's book?
Yeah, I mean, I remember getting a hold of hatchet in the 3rd grade, and like my
They gave you a hatchet in the 3rd grade?
No, not like a
I
hatchet.
know.
You're being saucy.
Pun number 3, maybe 4.
What
Is
was
that a
it?
pun? No.
Did I say what my guess was?
The lemon lollipop boy.
Yes. Okay. Cool. So now it's your turn. Go.
Go. Okay. Give me a second. I just need to get into a reclined position, and there it is. Get it. I'm doing it.
Okay. So I'm thinking.
It's hard to keep my thoughts together. I'm trying not to let them wibble wobble.
Green.
Mm.
Just a big old plate of green.
Green what? Like spinach or?
It's
Jell-O?
green. It's like a green. It's like a block. So yeah, I would say maybe more like Jell-O, but it's not like it's just a green plate. It's got a green block on it, and I don't even know. It doesn't really jiggle when you move the plate. It's just kind of there.
School lunches.
Big old
Or
plate of
a
green.
low poly render of some sort of food stuff in a bad video game.
Like Minecraft. Not that
I was
Minecraft's a
thinking
bad
of Dying
video game,
Reborn, but yeah, sure, that. It's one of those ones where you like look at the table and they didn't have enough money to make shapes, and so the table has like a flat image of like what would have been a 3D,
That's so
and it's just like a green plate with like green shit on it. It's just a flat texture on the table.
Yep.
That's,
And if you look
it's
at
that.
it from like a wrong angle, it's like.
You want to hear my absolutely riveting. I am talking. You need to go build a fighter jet because there are so many fucking rivets in my actual psychic waves.
To build a fighter jet?
You're gonna need Rosie the Riveter to fucking put this shit together.
Shit.
Ready?
Alright, go.
It was a baseball glove that had been left in the seat of a Greyhound bus.
Whoa.
Yeah, you know that
That's
song
sad.
where he's like, I was born a rambling man?
Yeah, Ramblin' Man.
He was... Wow. I really walked into that one, didn't I, Steve?
By the Allman Brothers Band.
Almond bread. Greg Almond's a Bodhisattva, but... Did you know that?
Oh, yeah, I did. I was about to be like, that's a different band, but no, you were just giving me a Greg Allman thing.
It's a different band.
That's Steely Dan, I believe.
What about... Oh, Bodhisattva. The song,
Yeah,
Bodhisattva. Yeah, no. No, it's just a baseball glove and a Greyhound bus. I mean, it's probably not a Greyhound bus because you can't see the outside. It's just kind of like, you know that fabric they fucking put on bus chairs? Where it's like kind of... It's like blue and then it has like little dots
like yeah,
of like garbage.
Yeah.
Which is also a low poly texture if you really break it down.
Yeah.
This is a baseball glove. I'm sure Tom Hanks will take a picture of it.
Put it on his Twitter.
looking for the right catcher. Winky face. Hanks.
Oh, I got a question for you.
Okay.
Was that Greyhound bus rolling down Highway 41? I gotta know.
I mean, maybe. I think it was just stationary, but I think the glove was born on it.
In the back seat?
Yeah.
Nice.
And on that rambling note, we're gonna wrap the podcast up, I guess.
We have decided to drop the soundboard bit.
We have a soundboard? Oh, we had a soundboard last week. Yeah, that was a real bit. Remember when I would like pretend to push a button? Yeah, that was me touching the comforter on our bed. I really went all fucking out on that one.
Yeah, it's great. All right.
I didn't know we were going to continue the bit. We didn't discuss
No.
this at all.
No, that's what I'm saying. I was like, it was a bit, and we're done with it. We're not going to do that anymore.
Unless you want to make a soundboard, like a fart soundboard, where you can just drop those into the... That sounds fun. Do that for me, lack of audience.
All right. Yeah. Woo. Housekeeping time. Go.
Oh, fuck me. Apple Podcasts, rate, comment, 5 stars. Literally no one knows we exist because nobody rates and nobody listens. It's kind of a bummer. And
We have one 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, and that was me.
Mason tried to cheat the system. It didn't work. We got a YouTube page. If you're listening there, like, comment, subscribe. We have 5 subscribers. 2 of them are us. So we have 3 subscribers. Nobody's watching. Alright, if you're somewhere else, there's probably a subscribe button somewhere. You want to hear about those episode corrections I've been mentioning? We have a Tumblr page where I do a bunch of research and post all of those there. I also post a follow-along guest list where Mason writes down all the guesses and then you can follow along. Maybe find that putt-putt joke that we made before. And then there's a Twitter page. I painstakingly take 5 minutes of my day to make a meme. Sometimes I just steal the meme like I did last week. Going all out.
The most recent one was just a stag beetle with a cowboy hat on.
Hey, that was one of the guesses. And how dare you? I drew a very tiny, you literally have to zoom in, pixelated piece of straw coming out of his mandibles.
That is adorable. And did I say stag beetle? I meant dung beetle.
Dung beetle. Nothing matters right now. We're in superliminal, and I bet if I pick up the microphone, it'll get real big. Or maybe real small. Depends on where I move my cursor. This is a video game, right?
Sure.
Alright, Mason, take us out!
We didn't get anything right today, but we sure had a lot of fun.
The North Shore or the East Shore? Pun number 5! Goodbye, podcast.
This is where they're guessing